Hello again. So we are still in the basics. This is the video number 3. I will show you just a little bit of how to put in stuff into your channels, Now that we got all the percussions, loops, kick, claps sorted out, we want a synth. So I have massive, going to put that in, and sorry for all the lag, but that's just slow PC. Sorry. Again, here is how you do it. So right click on one of the channels, insert, and just find what you want. So we're going to put in Nexus as well, and going to insert silent. Yeah. So now we got this is just what I use. This is what my basic gear, my stuff, I don't always use silent, I don't always use massive. Mostly I use Nexus. I just started out with it 2 years ago when I started producing, and I just roll with it. I use silent for some things, massive really not so much. So how do you make a melody? I will just show you some random melody. So I will restart this. You click right click, and piano roll. It will show you this kind of virtual keyboard in which you will draw your melodies. So let's say we have this note. I'll just change this to piano. Yeah. Here we go. So we have this note. If we want it to last longer, we just stretch it, just grab a hold of it and pull it. If you want it to be shorter, just shorten it down, It's not anything special. You can make whatever you want with it. It can be completely different. It can last like this, and you go here and here. And yeah, that's some basic random melody. And when you want to make it sound different, I just use the piano sound. If you want to make it sound different, you just find something within this huge base of sounds, and let's say transol wide, and you can notice the difference. When you played it as piano, even if you stretch this note as long as you want, it won't be the same like in this. With this synth, it will simply last as long as you put it. But that's also a difference between synths. If I use something like a plucked sound like this one, and it's over at this point really. So that's how it works with Nexus. In silent, oh yeah, you can copy or cut or whatever the notes that you used at one channel, just going cut and paste them for a different channel, just to to change the sound, to see how it will sound with it. You can also make it like on both places, it doesn't matter. Here you can switch off or turn on a channel, so that also works pretty great. So here we have silent. It's some arpeggio mode, arpeggio or however it's pronounced. Let's go for bass. Let's see. I know I have one here. Let's just see. Hey, trance drive. Yeah, it sounds cool to me at least. Maybe we can go down a bit. since it's bass, I just want it to be on lower frequencies. That means a scale that I use here, it's going to be on lower one, you know. I can't really explain it perfectly since I'm not a schooled musician, you know. And that's what I would use for a bass sound, you know. So now that we got that, let's try and mix it together. Let's just find a right sound. I really love using this sound, a magnetron at Nexus. I don't know how to explain it, it's just perfect for me. Okay, that's it. E, F, and D. D, E, and F. No, definitely not going to do that. Let's see what we have. You know, let's just stick to this and make a simple chord. This is probably simple. I don't really love how it sounds, but this is just for showing just how to work with it, nothing else. So that's how you use a different synths, how you put them in and stuff like that. I will also show you how to add a plugin into Mixer that will help you change and modify the sound into something that you want. So we have Nexus marked and just put it here, and here is where you choose your plugins. So I will go for, let's say, let's just go for EQ. Yeah, put it in. Yeah, you have it here. So you can turn it off just by clicking this. Sorry, just by clicking here you can turn it off. It's nothing special. I will lower the sound, and here you can change the sound of it. So even if it's turned on, it might not work as perfectly. If you just lower the sound, just play with it, you know, you can explore as much as you want. So let's cut down some higher frequencies, and there you go. And gonna add a gross bit for sidechain. Now sidechaining is something that you can do differently, of course, but it's like you can pick the channel where you have a bass kick drum and click here, right click, sidechain to this track, and this track is sidechained to where our kick is in the mixer. So if we put, let's see where it is, if we put Fruity Limiter here and choose compression, sidechain 1, and just adjust it here. Oh sorry, it's still working on gross bit, so you can hear how this time it doesn't change anything, you know. And we put it here, and you choose kick and put it together. Now you can add a bit more bounce to it, you know, just by doing it. And you can see in Mixer how our sound is doing, you know, just it's bouncing up and down, and that's one way of doing it, you know. But I prefer using gross bit simply because I don't like using that limiter on on the sound. I just don't like it, so I go with gross beat. But trick with gross beat is it works all the time. You hear how it bounces up and down, and it doesn't matter if there is a sound that will push it down, like sidechain is working with the limiter. It just doesn't matter. It will constantly go up and down, creating waves. And to get rid of that, you can just choose this option and create an automation clip. So I can make it like this, and like this. And so now in this part right here, gross beat will work perfectly. But since I muted it at this part here, it won't work. So it will be like this. You can notice the difference, and that's basically some basic stuff. And with this I will finish the whole basic part, and from next video we will start producing the track, and hopefully it will turn out great. You can find a link for my SoundCloud page on the website, on my blog, and hopefully you can find something you like there. Also, once the track is finished, I will also upload it on SoundCloud and give it away for free. Hopefully this helped you. Ciao!